Ladies and gentlemen, it is approaching the end of the month of June, which can only mean one thing. We finally have the Surface Duo and Surface Duo 2 system software updates to install on our devices. In this video, we're going to very quickly go over the details of that, what we have seen, what might have changed, bug fixes, so forth and so on. So, beginning with this Surface Duo number 1. 414 megabytes in size, and you can see here that it improves the performance and stability of your Surface Duo. This is what it always says. Duo number 2, 429 megabytes. So these are both fairly sizable updates. And of course, the biggest thing that we were hoping to get in this update was a bug fix for the quite serious issues introduced with the prior update. The May update, yes, that is correct. May does, in fact, come before June. The May update introduced a bug, perhaps you could call it, wherein certain users were having their device fully basically crash, even beyond a restart. You would get this very scary message that said that something had corrupted, and you could either reset your device or restart it. You could restart it, and everything would be just fine, but it would then occasionally do this corrupted crash restart thing again. And people began to find out that what would fix this is either one, disabling the VPN you were using, or disabling your Wi-Fi. Now, of course, this is not a great solution because you're using your Wi-Fi or your VPN because you would like to use those options. So we were all hoping that this update would, in fact, render a fix for that particular issue. We'll get to you in just a moment, good sir. We have our change logs, and they do confirm some Surface Duo devices would restart after the May 30th release. This update improves system stability, and that is what both of them say word for word. We do not have a big jump in the build number on either. Note that Duo 2 is still in 2023, Duo 1 is still in 2022. What is the significance of that? I do not know. I have no idea if there is any significance to that at all. But again, the build numbers did not jump very high. But reading comments and tweets that I have received, it does appear as though this last sentence did mean business and this rebooting issue should be addressed. And I'm not seeing any other reports of any weird things going on except for this one here. I've seen a whole bunch of people say their device rebooted from the update and then this popped up. This is what happened to mine. This was my screenshot. I restarted my phone and was greeted by this. Again, this is quite annoying. You have to hit reset launcher and you have to set your launcher back up again. Put your icons where you want them to be. And there's one more issue in there. It made the black bar at the bottom where your icons are black. So what I want to do very quickly with my Duo 2, which is the one that it did this on, I'm going to show you how to fix that particular issue because it's simple, but there's also like some weirdness to it. So let's jump to the overhead camera here and I'll show you exactly what happens. So see how this is transparent? That just basically turned black. And what you have to do is go into your settings, go into your apps, click on see all apps, scroll down until you get to Microsoft Launcher. Sorry, I could not see what I was doing. I was looking at the screen because I'm stupid. Click on Permissions, and then the one that says Files and Media. Typically, what you have to do when that type of thing happens is do Don't Allow, and you can see now it's black, and then go back to Allow Management of All Files and click Allow. But you can see here, that didn't actually fix it. So what I ended up doing was then I went to Allow Access to Media Only, and then that fixed it. And I think I put it back on this one and it just stays that way. So that's what I did. Try it in that order. Try just going to access to media, whatever. Just move it around on one of those until it pops back up. It'll fix it eventually. I can't tell you exactly why you got to do it a couple times in different directions, but that just seems to be what was happening. And that does fix it. Set up your launcher again and you're pretty much good to go at that point. Now, I think the real bummer about this is that both of these last updates have been fairly large in size, and once enterprising individuals like Gus Mons have dug into them, there have been quite a few changes made to various different drivers, so forth and so on. However, Microsoft, for whatever reason, does not see fit to tell us much more than this, despite the fact that we know that there is indeed more than this. A security patch is, 75 megabytes and smaller, usually no bigger than 100 megabytes. We're well over 400, and the last two updates have been I'm not mistaken, quite a bit larger than 100 megabytes. So again, there are some things happening in these updates, but we don't really know exactly what they are. We know that there are not any particular features, new features being added to the thing, but there are definitely some other things happening. But we are left to speculate as to what in fact this does mean. And we're also left to speculate if the Surface Duo team has been allowed to properly come back to work on Surface Duo, where they had been sort of pulled off and Duo had been deprioritized. We've now seen a couple of updates in a row that were slightly more sizable in their size. Again, we just don't know for sure what these things mean, but at any rate, that's what we do know about this update. I believe you're quite safe to download this one. It should fix the prior issues and does not appear to introduce any new issues other than, of course, the resetting of your launcher, which is not that big of a deal and not everyone is experiencing that. But if you do, like I did, fix it in about 5 minutes, which is not too big of a deal at all. So guys, there you go. June updates are out. Subscribe for more content just like this. I'll see you on the next one. And until next time, stay nerdy, my friends.